And we welcome you live back to the compound. E.F.W. is back in business. Conflict tonight is exactly that. What a start to the show we have tonight, Erwin.
Yeah, I mean, very controversial having this one start things off, but it will not detract from what a blockbuster of a match it should be here in E.F.W. tonight.
Absolutely, a main event anywhere else in the world, but tonight E.F.W. will kick things off tonight in an elimination falls count anywhere match between Dare Duran, her third match in E.F.W. Controversially tonight gets a title shot. Tarwin Harvey, Elizabeth Dondelinger, and of course the champion Cynthia Violet. With it all to do tonight, I'm Max Radix alongside my broadcast partner, the illustrious World Heavyweight Champion Erwin. And Erwin, thank you once again for looking after the place while I've been away on my talent finding tour. E.F.W. are going to prosper, I tell you, for some of the great talents that are signing for us and that have signed for us in the last few weeks. It's been incredible.
Yeah, I've been hearing there are a few scheduled to make their debuts in the forthcoming months. Can't wait to see.
Oh, absolutely.
What we're adding to our incredible card here in E.F.W.
Adrian Gorman's give me one simple task, and it was to find the best, and I believe that's exactly what we've done. It was a slog, I don't mind telling you. Coming back to do that one show and then flying back out, that was a bad idea. Not doing that again, but it was a tremendous experience. I thank Adrian Gorman for the opportunity. Very happy to be back in the booth, Erwin, I can tell you that. Should be a great elimination FCA to kick off E.F.W. here tonight.
Of course, the Women's Championship is on the line. You've got a question. Can Cynthia Violet keep it in her first events when she's got three other women to contend with? I mean, does the elimination side of this play to the advantage of Violet? She doesn't have to pay attention to the other eliminations. She doesn't even have to be part of it. That may help her keep the championship tonight, in my eyes.
Well, I think you could be absolutely right, Erwin. That experience in these high-profile match environments is the only thing that Violet has on her side today. I mean, some would question the fairness of this matchup, considering Violet has only just won the title. I know she'll want to be a fighting champion, but there's fighting and then there's sheer suicide, and that could be this tonight. I mean, well, here we are. Speaking of newcomers,
3 matches and 2 questionably, she wasn't very involved in those 2 matches beforehand, but her third match and she has a shot at the Women's Championship.
And tonight she could shock the world. Tonight, Dare Duran, 5 from 8, £141 from Paris, France. One of the new signings we've been talking about here in E.F.W, as you quite rightly said, Erwin. Her third match in, and she has a title shot. An opportunity many women on that roster would kill for. A bit of information about this young lady, a former gymnast, of course, studied to be a baker, believe it or not, in Paris originally, and then found sports and found wrestling, and today one of the hottest young prospects in France.
Well, and of course,
Duran,
very fortunate contract timings allowing her to come into E.F.W. so quick compared to some of the others.
Well, yeah, I think it was more to do, to be honest, with a visa, simply because, I mean, it is a well-known place in Europe. It was a lot easier to sort out. You have to consider these things when we literally are bringing in talent all across the world.
That's a fair point. But what an impact she's made. She's won 2 matches without even having to get that involved. I may even try and employ that tactic here tonight.
Just think how deadly she could be when she does get involved. Speaking of deadly, here's another relative newcomer to the E.F.W. women's roster, Tarwin Harvey, 5'7", £150 from Staten Island, New York. Of course, this kid used to run with a gangster in Tyler York, so that tells you she's double A tough to begin with, Erwin, but this woman is a machine, and she's an absolute machine. She scares me, Harvey, because she has a mean streak and the talent set to go with it.
Yeah, of course. She also has an ongoing rivalry with Cynthia Violet. You know, this battle of who is the powerhouse in the women's division here in E.F.W. We've seen them two almost ignore the matches they're in just to go at one another. I don't expect this to be any different here tonight.
If you'll pardon the terminology, folks, it's like who's top dog, you know, who is top of that division, who is the toughest women woman on that roster, and Tywin Harvey firmly believes it's her. Cynthia Violet, the champion, has other ideas, and quite rightly so, in my opinion.
Well, we've talked about how hard Cynthia Violet has fought to get that championship in the first place.
Yeah, the Red Dragon Cynthia Violet been one of my personal favourites for a long time. I've always said she had the potential to be champion, but so does this young lady, Elizabeth Dondelinger, 5'10", 150 pounds, from Leeds, England. That strong British style. Very much at home with Elizabeth Dondelinger, of course, trained by the legendary William Regal, alongside NEW's own Jeff Collins. So tremendous pedigree does Dondelinger. And I don't think I'm wrong in saying, Erwin, she's had very few losses here in E.F.W, so she could be considered the wild card in this match. Yeah, very few, and usually when there have been losses, it's been in a match so it's like a triple threat or a fatal four-way, and it's usually not Dondelinger getting pinned or submitted. A great technical wrestler, smash mouth style.
Certainly has all of the characteristics of a champion.
All the tools, Erwin.
But all
absolutely.
Three of these women are going to have to get past this one, who has finally got that championship round her waist.
The Red Dragon, Cynthia Violet. How long I've waited to see this. E.F.W Women's Champion, 5'5", 135 pounds, from Seattle, Washington. And she may not be a fan favourite, but I promise you folks, one of the best wrestlers in the women's division today. She's been here from the start. She's worked her way up. She's earned that title. Well, yeah. And I think this is unfair to Cynthia Violet. I think the Red Dragon's been screwed over here. 3 opponents in her first defence. That's not fair in my book, Erwin.
Well, it's definitely tough odds to go against in the first title defence. And of course, I've got to add, I mean, I hate to say it, but the crowd, you know, I mean, they don't like this woman, but you've got to admit, her journey to getting that belt has been a tough and arduous one that anyone could respect.
Well, yeah, I mean, these idiots showing absolutely no respect to Cynthia Violet, considering the journey she has been on, Erwin, and that just tells you of the bloodthirsty attitude the E.F.W faithful have on a daily basis. They appreciate great technical wrestling, but they do not suffer fools gladly. Bob Turner, the cheap man's version of Mike Chatopa, with the belt in hand.
We of course want to thank you for joining us wherever you found this stream. There's 30 minutes are on the clock.
Here we go.
4-way elimination match. Falls count anywhere.
What a backbreaker there by Dondelinger.
And as I expected, Cynthia Violet and Taryn Harvey going straight for one another.
Well, that's no surprise there, Owen, considering that heated rivalry. I mean, I can only hope tonight they don't get too carried away, considering what's on the line. What a hard forearm shot there by Dondelinger to the new girl, Duran. Welcome to E.F.W.
Well, yeah, Duran's plan of staying out of this match definitely isn't shaping up well, if that was.
Yeah, Dondelinger clearly having other ideas, Erwin. What a Lufez press that was. The submission specialist going right to work to the new girl.
Violet, meanwhile, clubbing Harvey down.
Vicious shot there by the Red Dragon.
Harvey in trouble of being the first one eliminated here, if you ask me.
Well, yeah, Harvey has had no response to the champion so far.
Durant dodging a kick, still not quick enough on the outside.
Beautiful what a drop kick. Yeah, really was a tremendous drop kick.
Right
and in the middle
against that apron.
In the middle, Harvey is starting to fight back, Erwin.
Yeah, trying to injure the neck of Cynthia Violet there, I think.
I'm not sure if it was a sleeper hold, it was more kind of a backward reverse neck wrench, but it certainly did the job. Cynthia Violet, the champion, rattled. Goes back for more.
The ring though.
Big suplex. That submission there by Dondelinger on the outside.
And Duran showing no offense so far either. Dodging a couple of shots, but not quick enough against Dondelinger so far.
Were tremendous shot to the ribs there. That cocky streak though of Violet could cost her. It's an elimination style matchup, Cynthia, don't get cocky. Oh, what a bulldog by Duran on the outside!
Huge bulldog, and meanwhile in the ring, a huge DDT from Taryn Harvey once again. Sends Violet to the outside.
The face of Elizabeth Dondelinger just went into that wafer thin mat at speed, Owen. Sweet Jesus, what a shot!
Well, it's about time we saw something from Duranda. We might be about ready to see it here. Cynthia Violet, meanwhile, up on the top rope.
Hurricane Rana, beautiful
Hurricane Rana
by Violet. Big elbow to the head. Meanwhile, Dondelinger and Durand fighting on the outside.
There. Oh! It's got really ugly between those two.
Well, yeah, I mean, all eliminations, I believe, have to take part in the ring, so realistically, Violet and Harvey are the ones to watch right now.
Well, maybe not. Turner going to the outside here. I thought it was false count anywhere. Going for a pin here. Only a 1 on Durand. Turner quickly.
Well, of course, yeah, referee's discretion, yeah, false count anywhere. Excuse me. Hey, I've been on a plane for most of the week. Give me a break here.
Taryn and Cynthia Violet back and forth in the ring.
What a shot.
Durand's momentum on the outside has been stopped by Elizabeth Dondelinger.
You know, any other day my money might just be on Taryn Harvey, Irwin, but not tonight. Violet has sweated blood for that championship. I think she'll do anything to keep it.
You might be right, but Taryn's still looking to eliminate the champion first here.
Huge knee, and what a statement of intent for Taryn Harvey if she can eliminate Violet. The slugfest between Dondelinger and Duran is still going on the outside.
Oh, it reversed it into a face buster right into those mats.
The French lady
opening back up again
with a little bit of sneaky tactics there. Durand. What a counter.
Meanwhile in the ring, Violet, Michinoku driver.
Love that maneuver, could be all. Doesn't go for a pin, that might be a mistake.
Goes for an eye rake instead.
Well, it is personal between... Oh, snap suplex, beautiful snap suplex there by Cynthia Violet. It's very personal between these two ladies. Violet might just want to...
Oh, what a pin! Low kick and a scissor kick to follow it up.
A huge kick to the gut, and
that
then
could
that
very well be it for Taryn.
That Violet kick, scissor kick. Could be all. Harvey could be done, and she is. First one out. Violet's nemesis is going to the back.
Well, if that isn't a statement for Violet in this match, I don't know what will be.
Well, meanwhile, while all that's been going on, Dave Duran and Elizabeth Dondelinger have been beating the holy snot out of each other on the outside. What a drop kick by Dondelinger. Those two ladies have been going back and forth, and Violet now, with that experience, all she may have to do is to pick apart Dondelinger and Duran, who can't be 100% after the assault on the outside.
Yeah, but proving she wants to be a fighting champion here, not wasting any time going to the other two women in this matchup.
Inverted DDT, and of course this is false count anywhere. So this is all perfectly legal by Cynthia Violet.
Oh, what a neck breaker, straight jacket neck breaker right there.
Beautiful manoeuvre there by Violet. No one does that one better than the Red Dragon.
Well, look at this. The champion is the last one standing. These two really have beaten the hell out of each other on the outside here.
For the vast majority of this matchup, Dondelinger and Duran have both been on the outside there, and both of them have been hit that wafer thin mat multiple times.
Duran with a knee though, trying to fight back, but Dondelinger was right there. Caught Dondelinger off. Inverted jawbreaker there.
Backbreaker to follow up.
Oh, but Violet's back up.
Oh, beautiful.
And
Northern Light suplex with the bridge. Turner's down. 2. You gotta believe if Turner was in a little bit better position, Owen, that would have been all for Durand.
Oh, the headbutts from Violet now, furious.
That's sheer aggression, sheer will to win.
Big shots to the head of Durand. But now Dondelinger back up. Oh, wait, perhaps work be done. Michinoku driver on the outside.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you when it's an elimination style matchup? Donderling and all went for a cheap shot. Violet counters. What a lariat by the champion.
Too quick for the backdrop there was Violet, who is looking to hold on to that championship at any cost.
The Red Dragon is on fire tonight, Erwin. She will not be denied her legacy, her championship.
Oh.
What a...
I think that was more of a Fairmaster than a scissor kick.
It really was. Shades of Billy Gunn. Violet's pulling it all out tonight.
And another Michinoku driver to Durand.
Get the pin, this one's over.
Both of those women could have been out right there. Donderlinger somehow getting to her knees. Durand to her feet. And another Fairmaster.
There we go.
To Durand, going for the pin now.
Yeah, no!
Somehow, somewhere, our newcomer Durand is putting up a fight of her life.
Durand has just shocked the world.
I genuinely thought that was it. A Michinoku driver followed up with a Fairmaster.
Well, she's not considered one of the best talents in France for no reason. E.F.W. have got a diamond in the rough in Durand, I can tell you that. What a counter! What a counter by Durand to the champion on the steel. Backbreaker again. The boxy French lady is fighting back. Big knee to the head, nothing fancy about that. These ladies are heading up the ramp.
Oh wait, what's this? Oh, Black Widow locked in.
Oh, what a submission.
What
a submission.
I haven't seen that for a long time. And she got a submission out of the submission specialist.
Well, you very rarely see Elizabeth Donderlinger tap out her, and I think that could be a first here at E.F.W.
Well, Violet claims she's done with the newcomer now. A ferocious shot to the face. It's down to someone who has been fighting for that championship since she started here, who's finally got it, and someone who is their third match into the company, going at it here.
Durand in her third match for the company, Erwin, is one victory away from creating history.
Just under 21 minutes remaining in this match. If the time limit goes, Violet will retain. What a statement that would be for Durand.
Fall away slam.
This is for Durand here tonight.
Tremendous manoeuvre and strength.
Can't believe she made Donderling a tap.
6 pounds difference between these two ladies, not much in height. Durand has the height and weight advantage.
What a bulldog!
What a bulldog. Violet has no answer at the moment for this rookie. Was that a rake to the eyes?
I think it was. She got up to her feet fast, but...
Vicious lariat to the back of the head of Violet nonetheless, and this attack continues, and they're on the concrete, Erwin. The mats end here.
Yeah, this is the dangerous part.
It's a danger zone.
Of course, people were complaining about the wood. I don't know that concrete's much better. Big shot. It rolls through.
Is that...
Wait. Reverse figure 4.
That is a reverse figure 4 submission by Durand on the champion.
Is she going to make Violet tap here tonight and become a champion in her third match?
Surely not. Hold on, Violet. Broke free. Turner says no, this match continues. Bridge. Oh no.
Picked her up.
On the concrete floor. God, no.
What a neck breaker.
On the concrete floor, Erwin.
Durand could have it right here.
2. It's over.
God.
It's over. We have a new champion.
Violet's first defense thwarted.
I can't believe what I just seen. Durand has just shocked the world. The Red Dragon with a neck breaker to the concrete floor could not respond to Bob Turner's counter 3. Durand has beaten the Red Dragon on her first title defense. My God, what a shock here tonight.
What a way to kick things off here tonight.
What a match.
The 7th women's champion in E.F.W.
Well, is this the beginning of something very, very special for Dear Duran? Conflict indeed. We have a new women's champion. What a night this should be in the compound.
What a match.
Unbelievable match, and that was how we kick off Conflict here tonight in the compound. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Okay, well, we're coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Super Tornado versus Selena Figueroa in a submissions match. An exhibition of sorts. Both these ladies with designs on Dear Duran's women's title. Who'd have thought we'd be saying that at the start tonight?
Yeah, I mean, 14 days Violet proudly held that championship, 2 weeks, and is beaten by the newcomer here tonight. You can bet she's not going to have heard the last of that from Cynthia Violet, I can guarantee you.
Well, as far as I'm aware, the Red Dragon, Cynthia Violet, will not get an automatic rematch win for the title. I mean, I'll have to clarify that with Adrian Goldman, but as far as I'm aware, she'll have to earn that shot again for the E.F.W. gold.
I don't doubt she will. I don't doubt. She's now got another reason to get that championship back. What a phenomenal
revenge
for Dear Duran.
Well, Dear Duran, who has absolutely almost shocked us into silence. We have to continue. It was our first match. Submission coming up next. Super Tornado versus Selena Figueroa. And this one's an interesting one for me, Owen. Neither of these ladies particularly known for their submission offense. I mean, Super Tornado here, 5'2", 126 pounds, from Durango, Mexico. Certainly known as a luchador, but not, to my mind, a submission specialist.
No, I think we've seen submissions from both of these. They are in the repertoire, but they are not that strong submission specialist you look for in someone, say, Kane Matsuda over in NEW, for example, or
Dixon.
Sakamura Dixon, yes, won by submission several times here. Cynthia Violet even being very good at submissions when it's come down to a submission match, but as you say, these two not known for utilising submissions very often.
Absolutely not. Well, Selena Figueroa, 5'3", 120 pounds, from Baltimore, Maryland, is a veteran of the Mexican scene, as is Super Tornado, it should be said. Both these ladies have had very successful careers outside E.F.W, so perhaps that extra experience will help them here tonight in a match they haven't been used to so far in their E.F.W career. And I've got to ask you a question. Both these ladies, tremendous talents, no question about that, but both seem to have stagnated somewhat in E.F.W. I mean, what do Super Tornado and Selena Figueroa have to do to get it to the next level?
Well, I think the trouble is, a lot of the times with our women's divisions being so hot, they end up getting lumped in quite large matches, and these two have found themselves in fatal four-ways quite often and not being able to get that time to essentially showcase a talent. You have to be thinking about more than just one person, whereas here it is one-on-one. It is the purest form of competition there is.
Hard European uppercut by Super Tornado. Wise words from our champion there. Big shot there by Tornado to carry it up, and a Hurricane Rana to Figueroa.
Huge start from Tornado here.
Well, I mean, you know, both these ladies I know are very well respected in the back, Owen, and a victory here tonight could set them on course for that women's title. You never know in E.F.W.
As I was saying, it essentially allows these two to showcase their talent, to the crowd get to see what these two are really capable of in the ring when they're not being attacked from behind in a fatal four-way, for example, both of which have shown tremendous skill in regardless.
Couldn't agree more. Well, after the gut wrench suplex by Super Tornado, she has taken control of this match. Armbar takedown and an arm breaker to follow up. Tornado keeping Figueroa on the mat here. Of course, submission the only way they have to win in this match here tonight, these two ladies are going to have to change it up a little bit to be successful. Oh, that's a torture rack. That's a beautiful torture rack there by Super Tornado. Oh, bridged beautifully by Figueroa, who rolled out of it.
Oh, what a drop kick.
Big drop kick by Figueroa. Oh, club to the back. Oh, my word. Backbreaker.
I believe there is a bit of animosity between these two from their runs on the Mexican circuit.
I've heard that rumour as well, Owen. I mean, Figueroa and Tornado have fought before in Mexico on several occasions. I believe actually the match that both kind of sealed the cherry, if you will, on the cake of signing them to EFW was a match between Tornado and Figueroa. I wasn't at that match myself, sadly. I mean, these two ladies were personally signed by Adrian Goldman, so what does that tell you about their potential?
Oh, well, yeah, that speaks volumes, and of course, Tornado trained by Guillermo Diaz.
I saw a video of the match. It was a great match. I certainly wasn't there in person. There's nothing quite like seeing it live. As we are here tonight, the spiritual home that is the compound has already seen a great women's champion.
Half camel clutch locked in there by Figueroa,
championship match, let's say. And now we're here in this, and we're in submission town. And Super Tornado right now seems to have the better of Selena Figueroa, Owen.
Looking to wear down here, I don't think looking to win with a sleeper hold, but that could set up for something bigger here. I mean, let's not forget, if you put your opponent to sleep, they have no response to a submission, they will not be able to say, no, I do not give up, to the referee.
Well, I think Bob Turner would take a KO as an end to the match, Erwin. I mean, if there was no sign of life, I think Turner would have to call an end to the match in fear of the safety of the competitors involved.
Figueroa going up top.
High risk. Oh wait, no, changing of mind, Erwin, waiting for a Tornado to get back up here. Still high risk, and it missed. Tornado got out the way, but only just. I think the back of Figueroa connected with the back of Tornado. Figueroa did not get all of that, but she might have just got enough. There is no sign of life, but oh no, Super Tornado is moving. Back heading for that.
Possum here, sunset flip. Springing back to life. Going for a Dragon Sleeper now.
Well, that is a submission and a classic at that. The Dragon Sleeper locked in expertly. It should be noted by Super Tornado.
Big knees to the head.
Who may have more submissions up his sleeve than we originally thought. Snapmare takedown by Figueroa.
Yeah,
goes right back to that headlock.
Showing quite a variety of submissions so far is Tornado. Figueroa almost just copying what she's done. Maybe at a bit of a loss here.
Maybe a case of anything I could do, anything you could do, I could do better, Owen.
Perhaps so. Tornado breaking free of the headlock now.
Snapmare takedown again by Tornado. Another headlock by the Luchador from Durango.
Again, a great move. It allows you to squeeze some life out of your opponent whilst also gaining your own breath back.
Well, of course, the one that instantly springs to mind, which is essentially just a modified sleeper, is the patented GBH neck wrench.
Yeah.
The most vicious submission manoeuvres in AEW today.
Took out the leg of Tornado.
2, 3, 4 shots. Last one right to the head by Figueroa. It's not a submission, but it's going to keep Tornado on the mat. And that is good news for Figueroa.
Figueroa though. Oh wait, hang on a second.
Takedown. That's a crossface.
Too close.
Way too close. Turner quite rightly breaks the hold. Planning DDT by Figueroa. Great response there. Needs to get her in a better position before she thinks about any more submissions, Owen.
Yeah, I think so. Needs to get her away from those ropes. Tornado way too aware in that
what
ring.
a counter. What a counter by Tornado. Oh!
And again, flipping Figueroa. And now going back to that bow and arrow torture rack.
That patented tornado torture rack. Both ladies quite fond of this submission maneuver
Working
because it's effective. The spine, the neck, and the tailbone all simultaneously hurt. Big leg drop by Figueroa.
Tornado expecting a run from Figueroa, went for a drop kick and missed, and now Figueroa has picked up the offensive once more.
Oh, that's a camel clutch, modified camel clutch there by Figueroa. That's a great submission there. Shades of Sergeant Slaughter on Tornado. Haven't seen that one dusted up in a while.
Stretching that neck back, but still no submission here.
Oh, it's a geary, beautiful manoeuvre by Figueroa. I mean, Figueroa, she's another one. That's very quickly for me turning into one of the Neely men of E.F.W. She's clearly got all the talent in the world, but she's sparingly used. That point you made earlier tonight about these women being in multiple person matches is absolutely spot on, because you see this single competition here.
Oh my word!
And Figueroa and Tornado are showing everybody what they can do.
And neither of these women have had a title shot yet. Perhaps the winner of this match may fully well deserve one. More kicks to the chest of Super Tornado here. Again going for that crossface.
I think again too close to the ropes.
Again, yes, the long legs.
You'd expect
Tornado working against Figueroa here.
At the same time, when you would expect better ring presence from a veteran like Figueroa, that snap me a takedown, centre of the ring right there. Why don't you just slap on the crossface? Again, snap me a takedown.
Yeah, has an opportunity here.
This is your moment, Figueroa. Centre of the ring.
Again, perhaps the animosity getting a bit too much for Figueroa in this matchup.
It has to be the animosity, Owen. It's the only logical explanation.
Well, I can tell you the crowd are loving it regardless, cheering both athletes on here. Tornado now fighting back. Step over backdrop.
Oh, lovely backdrop by Tornado. Look at the hammerlock backdrop, you know. Shades of Terry Funk, love it. Love everything about it. Super Tornado.
Going high risk herself now, Bob Turner advising her otherwise.
Has Tornado ever listened to Bob Turner?
Not once, but maybe she did that time as Figueroa got to her knees.
Oh my God!
Reverse Hurricane Rana.
Sweet Jesus!
Pikes Figueroa right there.
It'd be by sheer miracle alone if Selena Figueroa's neck isn't broken.
Going back to the top turnbuckle. Oh! Eclipse! Total eclipse! That Super Tornado stunner from the top rope.
Steve Austin never did a stunner like that. What a torture rack. This has to be all.
Well, if that match was
this
just
has to be all.
a normal one-on-one, it would have been over after that. This is a submission match.
If Figueroa doesn't tap out, she deserves it.
How did not get
how did she hold on her win?
Going back to it though.
This is smart though by Tornado. Going right back to it. There's only so much any neck, any spine can take, and think of the punishment done to Figueroa. Turner's down, asking if she wants to give in. Figueroa still saying no. Tornado again releases the hold.
Yeah, I think just to
wait a minute.
Her grip once more, going back to it for a third time in a row now.
Dear God, look at that. Talk.
The arch of the spine. The knees rubbing
into
the
human being,
back.
Being stretched in the most ungodly way.
Still nothing from Figueroa here, as far as submitting.
Figueroa just refusing outright to give in.
Oh, dodged the kick of Tornado here. Could not get a German suplex. I think that's what she was looking for there.
Inverted DDT. Beautiful, beautiful maneuver. I think she instinctively almost went for a pin there, Figueroa.
Yeah, and then realised dragging her away from the ropes. Going back to that half camel clutch.
Well, the submission locked in, Turner's down. Tornado says no. And of course this match will continue, ladies and gentlemen, until there is a winner. It's as simple as that. This match ends when one of these ladies tap out or pass out.
Headlock. Centre of the ring.
And a pass out is possible. How many headlocks has Selena Figueroa applied to Super Tornado?
Tornado not wanting to give either. Fighting free once more.
Heartbreaker. Who needs this one more? Tornado or Figueroa? You could argue they both need it, Erwin.
Yeah, very good point. Series of kicks in the corner there.
The Selena kicks. Oh, sit out powerbomb.
Turner reminded
Figueroa staple right there. Again, looked like she was going for the pin, but no pins here tonight, Selena. Oh. And here we go. For the third or fourth time tonight, the crowd cheering every shot. That last one right across the head of Tornado.
And finally she's locked it in away from the ropes.
In the ring. Yes, this is what she needed. Crossface, it's over. It's over. The third attempt was finally far enough away from the ropes to count. What a victory for Selena Figueroa, but what a matchup, Erwin.
What a match indeed between these two.
We've finally seen these two ladies in singles competition. I can't wait to see more of them.
Definitely two E.F.W. hopefuls that deserve to be on the show a bit more. Incredible.
Well, is Adrian Goldman watching this one tonight? Are the powers that be watching this one tonight? It's my word, what a match. The future looks bright for Selena Figueroa, who's getting quite the reaction here from the E.F.W. faithful after a hard-fought victory against Tornado.
I mean, yeah, what a match. Went back and forth. Anyone could have pulled out that victory, but as soon as that crossface finally got in the centre of the ring, it was all over for Super Tornado, and we move on into a steel cage match.
Well, obviously the steel cage match here in the Rage in the Cage. Haku Ross versus Kobayashi, a conflict staple. The masters of the steel cage, E.F.W, have struck again. Haku Ross versus Kobayashi. This could be an absolute corker, and you have to believe, Erwin, the European Championship is a massive, massive factor in this match, because the winner of this match will get a title shot, and Dallas Rage must be absolutely sick as a pig about that, considering what he's done in the last few weeks to earn that title shot.
Yeah, you're right, Dallas Rage has been running through competition here, and Haku Ross, well, perhaps not so much, and even Kobayashi perhaps not so much in recent weeks. It does make you wonder why this is for the #1 contendership for that European Championship.
It also makes you wonder why Dallas Rage keeps getting overlooked, and you have to admit that Rage has a point, Erwin, about what he's been saying about the seeming lack of respect being shown by upper management towards Rage. It's hard to argue when he misses out on opportunities like this. Haku Ross, 6'5", 350 pounds, originally from Haiti, the Army brat, a proud member of EOD, long-term friends with the powerhouse Ray Sullivan, who is in our main event tonight. The EOD have not had much success as they would like as a team so far, Erwin, but in singles action it's pretty clear that both these guys can go, and Haku Ross can most definitely go.
Yeah, you're right there.
The size of this guy.
350 pounds of pure muscle. It's scary.
Samoan heritage. Haku Ross. Lived literally all over the world. Multiple fighting styles. college friends of Ray Sullivan, friends ever since. Ray was instrumental in bringing this young man to EFW. Former linebacker for Florida State. Tremendous athletic pedigree as Haku Ross Irwin. One of the strongest guys on the roster, in my opinion, on either roster.
And has been attempting to make history here in E.F.W. as of late. Intending to get his name across.
Well, Haku is more than capable of doing that, and tonight, if he wins this match, we'll get one step closer to his first title here in EFW, because this is for the #1 contendership for that coveted European Championship. And you talk about revitalised careers, you have to look no further than this man, Kobayashi, and I admit that he's been on a bit of a mixed bag of form the last couple of weeks, but his so-called demotion to EFW was the best thing to ever happen to Kobayashi. 5'10", 230 pounds from Osaka, Japan. Kobayashi and the Dog. Of course, that oddball tag team who've had a lot of success over the EOD in particular. Former TV champion, former European champion, still a self-proclaimed TV champion. Got a legendary 128-day streak, Irwin, alive in the memory of Kobayashi.
Yeah, 128 days he managed to keep that belt, and as you say, since then seemed to have lost his pizzazz. Ended up in EFW as a result. And it revitalised his career. He managed to get that European Championship back, and it seemed everyone in the company did anything they could to get it from him. Snake eventually taking that belt. Now held by Crow.
Yeah, that everyone did everything they could to get it away from Snake after that.
Well, that's very true.
Haku Ross and Kobayashi, however, have form. It's pretty clear that these two teams, the EOD and Kobayashi and the Dog, do not get on.
Well, of course, let's not forget, EOD still hold that opportunity to face the champions, Magnum Opus.
That's very true, Owen. I mean, they can cash in on that opportunity against the champions at any time they so choose. They stole that opportunity, some would say, from Kobayashi and the Dog. It is a non-title shot, but a shot against the champions is a shot against the champions. If they win that match, then the sky is the limit for the EOD.
Haku Ross.
Oh my god, what a big knee. That was a large knee to the face of Kobayashi. Could be a long night for that young man, I tell you, and he is still a young man. Oh, sheer power by Haku. Kobayashi does not want to get into a power game against Haku Ross Irwin.
No, he does not. Although it wouldn't surprise me if he's going to try.
Jawbreaker.
Kobayashi.
Oh, knee buster. Well, yes, the classic Meteora. Thank you, Irwin.
Rains down upon Haku Ross. He suddenly finds himself in trouble now. DDT.
Planning DDT though by Kobayashi. Kick to the sternum. Goes right back to that arm of Haku Ross. It's a good tactic there by Kobayashi. If you eliminate the power base from Haku, that's one less thing to worry about this giant.
Kobayashi now setting Ross up for another DDT. Methodical attack from Kobayashi here.
Well, the veteran in this match by a long way. Oh, corkscrew takedown though by Haku Ross, who's no slouch himself. Of course, that mixed martial arts background as well. Multiple. Oh my word, gut wrench overhead suplex. Beautiful by Haku. That speed as well as that power. Multiple athletic pursuits, of course, before he fell into wrestling, Haku Ross.
Thrown this match back into his favour here now.
I mean, when Sullivan and Haku first met, they were both playing football, Owen, so what does that tell you? 2, oh.
Nearly a 2 there, I think.
Thoroughbreds, that's what it tells you. Oh.
Oh, what a kick.
What a kick by Kobayashi.
Exploding back out that corner and realising he may not be able to win the strength. Goes for the speed.
And while Haku was throwing a ball around, Kobayashi was doing this.
However, Ross caught up to him.
Oh! The veteran knows his best chance of survival might be escape, but he needs to keep Haku down long enough before he can think about it.
It's easier said than done.
Yes, it is. Sheer power, sheer speed, sheer aggression by Haku Ross.
Ross up to the middle rope now.
Oh! His father, a former Air Force colonel. Haku Ross. Oh! Long military background.
Going for a pin again.
1, 2, no!
Again. Kobayashi kicking out after a 1.
Oh!
Not getting to a 2. Determination. Kobayashi to try and get that belt back.
Yeah, you have to respect Kobayashi to even agreeing to this kind of matchup. Kobayashi it's 230 and 5'10". So there's literally 6 inches between these guys and 120 pounds.
Yeah, that is a...
No other sport in the world would this match even be considered, but it is here tonight.
And Haku Ross wanting to prove.
Oh, bad
He
news.
has the edge over Kobayashi.
Choke slam with authority to Kobayashi, an ungodly choke slam. That is all. Bye bye. Nice try.
2. And
Yeah.
it is.
3 count. Haku Ross, #1 contender for the European Championship. What a clothesline.
Kobayashi did try, but Haku Ross overwhelming him overall in that match.
Well, Haku was always going to be considered the favourite in this match, Berwin. But props to Kobayashi. They give it the old college try. Just wasn't enough. Haku marches on. What a spinebuster. I think that was a turning point.
Yeah, huge spinebuster, and then that choke slam. You see Kobayashi bounce there.
The explanation point. Tremendous choke slam by a scary individual. Oh, a shred of fat on him.
Ross picking up a big victory here tonight.
Huge victory in his career, Erwin. Massive victory for Haku Ross. 1 match away from that first title.
And well, we move into somewhat of a rematch. Crazy Hammer and Bourne, of course, going at it last week in an Extreme Rules match that was absolutely fantastic. Crazy Hammer picking up the win in that one.
Well, yeah, and Bourne wasn't obviously not happy with the way that match ended as demanded a rematch with a certain stipulation that is near and dear to the Bourne's heart, because tonight it's going to be Bourne versus Crazy Hammer in another tables match, Erwin. What is it with this kid and tables?
Or maybe he's found his niche. Maybe he thinks that is what it takes to defeat Crazy Hammer so he can get this out of his mind essentially and move on. Bourne, of course, a newcomer here, maybe wanting to be taught the hard way by Crazy Hammer.
Well, yeah, you could certainly learn a thing or two from the New Japan legend, Crazy Hammer. Some would say the veteran's career is on the downslide. I would argue that Hammer's got plenty left in the tank. Not quite been the same after that series of losses against his nemesis Snake Irwin, though.
No, that's very true. Has not quite got back to the heights of facing Snake again.
Well, Crazy Hammer knows he may have to earn his spot just like everybody else, and this young man is hungry for success and victories, and he's got both so far. Here in his relatively short E.F.W. run, we welcome the Bourne, 5'10", 240. Our first ever wrestler from Ghana, West Africa. Former track athlete, I believe, in his former in his former life. Irwin, before he became a wrestler, tremendous athlete in his own right, but Crazy Hammer has still had more matches than Bourne has had table matches. I know Bourne likes a table or two and he's had a few of these, but Crazy Hammer has got at least 15 years more experience than this kid, and that has to be a factor here tonight. Tremendous props for Bourne for challenging a veteran like this again tonight. It shows stones, Erwin.
Yeah, I mean, it's either bravery or stupidity, and I don't think Bourne's stupid. I think he knows one way or another he's either going to pick up a victory or learn something from this.
And a lesson can be as valuable as a victory. Tonight, Bourne will face one of the most experienced men on the E.F.W. roster, and undoubtedly one of the most respected men as well. A man who undoubtedly got over Crazy Hammer, 5'7", 249 pounds, originally from Tokyo, Japan. You listen to that respect, you listen to that cheer from the NEW faithful. They still believe in Crazy Hammer.
And well, we're questioning Bourne's mentality for doing this match, but I suppose if you throw yourself in at the deep end, you're either going to sink or swim. Especially when you're going up against someone like Crazy Hammer, unpredictable, no stranger to table matches.
Probably had more table matches than Bourne has had matches, as I said before. Crazy Hammer has done it all. A New Japan Hall of Famer already in his illustrious career. We'll take on an E.F.W. original here tonight in Bourne.
He goes straight outside for the wood.
Already found a table. I don't think Bourne has ever met a table he didn't like. Crazy Hammer though quickly takes it off the youngster and gets it into the ring. Might be a wise move by the veteran there. Hard shot. First piece of offense in this match goes to Hammer. Into the corner goes Bourne, but what a quick counter there. The former track star using that speed. Just trying to choke the life here out of Hammer. That aggressive streak of Bourne shining through.
Oh, boot.
Shades of Harley Race there with that big knee off the rope.
Already setting that table up in the centre of the ring here.
Well, not wasting any time in this match at all. Could you imagine what a victory for Bourne? What a victory for Bourne could do for his career, Erwin?
Oh yeah, perhaps knowing he has to act fast here. Caught off guard there by Crazy Hammer. Fighting up against the ropes, these two.
Counters by Bourne. Big elbows to the gut of the Hammer.
And hopefully this E.F.W. table match doesn't spill out like the last NEW table match I think we ever saw.
Well, I certainly hope not. I mean, I think we all know that Bourne and Crazy Hammer well enough to know now that they are professionals.
Oh wait, Bourne has Hammer on the table.
Oh, armbreaker right on the wood. And again, every shot weakens that table.
Where the hell is Bourne going?
No idea what the hell Bourne is thinking.
Changing his mind there.
Certainly changing his mind.
Again,
another arm breaker, and again to Hammer, who finally rolls off the table. The Bourne electing not to go for a high impact manoeuvre on that table. Perhaps felt it was too early in the matchup.
Perhaps right here.
Oh, what a chop block. The veteran using every trick in the book to take down this youngster. Needs to capitalise though, but the Bourne right back on top of Hammer again.
And that table, almost like a Fabergé egg, teetering in that ring. You just know someone's going to go crashing into it, and it could be about now.
Well, wait a minute, Erwin.
Is it in the right position?
Oh my God!
It wasn't.
Sweet Jesus, the legs of Crazy Hammer just went clattering on that table, but the table did not break.
No, most of his body landing on the mat. But those knees there, most of his legs in fact. Clattering with that table that did not give, showing how tough those tables actually are. You've got to put a decent weighted body through it.
How the hell is Crazy Hammer even standing after a shot like that, Erwin?
I don't know, I bet his knees are aching now though.
Well,
not a way you want to land in this business.
You show me any 17-year veteran who has good knees, and I'll show you a liar, Owen. That table has not helped. How are your knees, by the way?
They've been better. Shot to the face of Crazy Hammer. Oh, reverse DDT.
Beautiful by Hammer Time, who is fighting back with authority. The veteran giving this kid his money's worth here tonight. Oh, sit out powerbomb from the floor. Tremendous power by the Battle Dwarf Crazy Hammer. Flying headbutt.
Oh, and a gut wrench sending him through the table.
Sweet Jesus, what a gut wrench.
Crazy Hammer beating Bone at his own game.
That came from nowhere.
Maybe Hammer's back on the roll he needs to be to get one step closer to a championship here in E.F.W. That's 2 victories here.
That gut wrench suplex by Crazy Hammer was enough to end the Bone. And you see that, that's it. Crazy Hammer planning on moving on, it seems.
And again, if that table were just a little bit closer to that corner for Bone's superplex, this would have been over a lot sooner than it was.
And you see Crazy Hammer there with his trademark 4, signalling fidelity, strength, honour and courage. The 4 principles Crazy Hammer lives by.
Well, our main event that we've got to move on to is full of controversy. When we believed Ray Sullivan had won a match to gain a one-on-one with Snake, even if not for the title, it was not to be. He would face Gene Taylor, who beat Ray Sullivan, and now we're having an Extreme Rules triple threat between the 3, and it's still not for Snake's E.F.W. championship.
Well, you can call it controversial all you like, but Snake wants his next challenger to truly have earned their title shot, and this is still a great opportunity for both Gene Taylor and Ray Sullivan here, Erwin, because if either of those men win this match, they're guaranteed, Stonewall guarantee, a title shot against the franchise player himself, against the manager, leader, mastermind, whatever you want to call him, of the most dominant group of professional wrestling, magnum opus. He gets a title shot against Snake. And a Liverpool hating Gene Taylor, since he's come back from his suspension, Erwin, which was justifiably earned, he has been on somewhat of a roll. 5'9", 275 pounds, originally from Norwich, England. He has not made himself many friends, I think it's fair to say. Him and Scott Burns, of course, coming into E.F.W. exactly the same night. Conflicting starts to their careers. Taylor might just have the last laugh here tonight.
I'd almost argue Taylor's hated more here in the compound than Snake is, and that is saying something.
Well, if you wear a Liverpool Sucks t-shirt in the centre of Liverpool, you're not going to make many friends.
How the hell he makes it out of this building each day is beyond me.
We are literally peeing distance away from Shankly Gates, ladies and gentlemen. Gene Taylor has not made many friends. I think it's definitely clear here. Extra security has been put in place for Taylor's matches, we'll put it that way.
We move and face our targets.
Well, here's a man who's come so close, Erwin.
I never thought I'd see Gene Taylor beat this man.
Hard time pain indeed. Has had to learn a lot of hard time lessons as of late. Ray Sullivan, 6'5", 250, originally from Kingstown, Jamaica, of course. His partner from the EOD, successful tonight. Ray Sullivan will want to make it two for two. And many would say, Erwin, that this is the man who has earned his shot, of course, in that legendary E.F.W. Classic, the Elimination Chamber, and was a whisper away from becoming world champion.
Yeah, Wade Nelson, of course. getting that victory that night.
But Ray Sullivan has been knocking on that door for a long time, and he knows that this could be his best opportunity since his first for a shot at that title. But what an angle that is, because he has to beat this man, who will make you wait.
And as we expect, the lights will probably, there we go, plunge into the darkness. Where this man, and someone ruling the roost here in the developmental E.F.W. course, parades around with the tag team champions, Magnum Opus, whom he manages and over in E.W. Finally makes his appearance here tonight. Again, not defending that belt in this triple threat here.
Snake is a franchise player and defends that belt when he damn well pleases. 6'1", 250 pounds from Brooklyn, New York, the 8-time World Heavyweight Champion, if you consider his E.F.W. Championship a world title, and a former European Championship right here in E.F.W. The mastermind behind Magnum Opus. The man who said Rick Weaver was the future of this business, and has been proven right as of late. This man doesn't make predictions, he gives you spoilers. He's that kind of guy, Erwin. Just out of curiosity, have you guys ever had a match?
Snake and I know.
Would you like to before you're done?
Well, he is on the active roster. Would be very interesting.
Well, so will this match. Triple threat.
Look at that.
Well, what does that say?
Both of the opponents of Snake there leaving the ring. Not sure what that was all about. I'm sure that was all about hurting Snake's spine though. That Samoan drop there from Ray Sullivan.
Yeah, Ray Sullivan, who went for that slam on Snake, who was then assaulted from behind by Taylor, and now this match officially underway. Oh my word! Explode the suplex to the champion.
Now going to Ray Sullivan. You're not going to hear any cheers from the crowd here tonight.
No, you're not. Swinging net breaker. Who would be considered the fan favourite in this one, Erwin?
I'd probably say Ray Sullivan. As much as people don't particularly like him either. I think Sullivan is the only one any of these fans can really respect.
Well,
what a DDT.
Can I just say, I love the fact that Gene Taylor just tried to out-wrestle Snake and he simply just kicked him in the stomach to counter. What a chop block by the 8-time world champion. That's a bit of old school right there.
And now showing a bit of strength of his own, trying to lift 250 pounds.
Oh, what a gut-wrench powerbomb. 250 from the floor.
Oh, Taylor with a neck breaker though.
Taylor though on the gut wrench. Well, yeah, the gut buster.
Snake though, quick back to his feet.
Oh, fall away slam. Take that, Taylor, the rookie, seeing stars, and now Snake and Ray Sullivan going at it with a snapmare suplex there by the champion.
Not wanting to give Sullivan any chance here.
Why would you? Why would you give any an athlete the pedigree of Ray Sullivan any opportunity for that high impact offense? One of the strongest men on the roster along with Haku. I think that's a reason why the EOD exists. Gut wrench, overhead suplex.
But as soon
the original suplex master strikes again, Erwin.
As soon as Snake was horizontal, Gene Taylor trying to take advantage of that. The fireman's carry from Snake changes that back.
European uppercuts follows up. Takes out Taylor. Stiff right arm.
Taylor has surprised me here already, getting some offense in.
Another. My word. Sit out powerbomb from the floor.
Sullivan caught Snake though.
Yes, he did. He took out the champion, and this could be Sullivan's time to shine.
Taylor though, utilising it himself.
Tornado swinging neckbreaker. by Taylor.
Stands alone in this ring.
Who'd have thought they'd see that?
Well, that's it. I mean, his victory over Ray Sullivan was shocking. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did actually win this match.
Well, in my opinion, Owen, if Snake had half the sense he claims, he would stay well out of the way of Ray Sullivan and Gene Taylor until they were nice and exhausted, and then just pick apart what's left.
Well,
this tonight shows what kind of champion Snake is, right in the middle of the action.
Oh, what a Samoan drop. I think Gene Taylor and Ray Sullivan are way too entrenched in the hunt for gold to forget that Snake's in this matchup here. Gene Taylor once again slumped to the outside. Ray Sullivan goes to work on the champion.
You can't deny though that, you know, there's been a lot of things said about Snake, some things very unkind, but you can't deny, Erwin, alright, it's non-title, but he hasn't tried to get out of it, he hasn't complained, he turned up and has done his job.
And escapes a title match for another day. Snake now in trouble in the corner.
Oh, three of war. Ray Sullivan hanging the champion upside down. Gene Taylor getting in the way, maybe wanting a spot in Magnum Opus.
Bit of a mistake there.
Oh.
Sullivan makes him pay for it.
Remember, Gene, Jimmy's still as an associate. It's not too late for you. Big headbutt there by Ray Sullivan.
Snake now.
Oh, big elbow.
Getting free of that tree of woe position. Sullivan waiting though.
Runs the ropes. Oh my dear lord, what a clothesline.
Sullivan going for a pin on Taylor. Well, Snake was struggling to find his breath.
Yeah, I think if Taylor there didn't find the nous to kick out, that would have been bad news, but Snake was nowhere near breaking that one up. What a counter by Sullivan. Perhaps this is hard times moment after all. Shade of the Undertaker, that beautiful running, swinging DDT.
Going to the outside, and of course this is Extreme Rules.
There's only a matter of time. Ray Sullivan leaving nothing to chance here tonight. He's bringing out the heavy artillery.
Shoves it right into Snake's head.
Tells you what that guy thinks of the 8-time world champion.
Completely ignoring the shots from Taylor there. What a fall-away slam. Maybe a T-bone.
Yeah, more of a T-bone suplex. Modified there by the master of the T-bone. Snake Eyes by the original.
The champion back to being the only one standing here. May have spent his time recuperating while those two took another out.
Patented Snake dropkick, Owen. Still one of the best dropkicks in the business. My God, what a sling blade by Taylor.
Thought about Taylor a little too late. You saw quickly he turned around to see where Taylor was, but he was already coming at him.
Sweet Jesus, what speed by the young man.
Now Taylor has intentions for that table that Ray Sullivan brought into this match.
What's that deviant doing with the wood? Oh wait, there, he's going outside. He's looking for more things to play with.
He is, but Snake's following him.
It's a good tactic by the veteran.
Stops him. And again, pinfalls and submissions do not matter out there. It would almost be wise for Snake to stay out there. Venom driver. But Gene Taylor's up. Snake realises that. Knows he can't make a pin on
down Sullivan. Take that for a shoulder pads right through the table. Could have split Taylor in half. Never mind the table. Snake chooses his own opponent, Owen. Snake chooses his own contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And
you've got to wonder who the hell Snake has in mind.
Controversy reigns supreme at Conflict. Snake after a venom driver to Sullivan and a shoulder barge through the wooden table onto Taylor. That was all that the veteran needed. You see that vicious table shot there again. Turner makes a count. And you're quite right, Erwin. Who will it be? Who will challenge Snake for the title? What a conflict!
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow on Destruction who Snake is going to face in the E.F.W Championship match.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and good night. What a night!